Hey playa, I know how difficult it can be to always feel the pressure that because you're a guy, you have to be the one to approach your crush. It never works the other way around. Well, in this video, I wanted to share a few stories from my own life of times the girls approached me and started conversations, and how I handled those situations, how they blossomed, and what I learned from that experience. For those of you that are new here, my name is Josh, and every single Monday through Friday, I make videos sharing tips, ideas, and stories teaching you how to be your best self. So if you want to learn and grow, hit the subscribe button and click on the notification bell so you can get notified whenever I post a new video. I want to take you all the way back to when I was in high school. Now, I wasn't the most popular kid in high school. I was a bit nerdy, a bit quiet. I had my group of friends, but I didn't really interact with a lot of the other kids in my class. So because of that, I spent a lot of my classes just sitting there by myself, even before class began, not really talking to anyone, watching the other kids socialize, but not really participating in it. Well, one day I was sitting in the very front of the classroom, just keeping to myself, and this girl just happened to be sitting to the right of me in the class as well, taking notes, listening to the teacher, doing whatever. And then out of nowhere, the girl to my right started poking my arm with her pencil. So I turned to her and asked her what's up. She showed me that her pencil tip was broken and then leaned in to whisper in my ear to talk to me. I leaned in to hear what she had to say, and she asked me if I had an extra pencil that she could borrow. So I went through my little pencil case, gave her one, she said thank you, and we kind of just went on with the class. Nothing really too out of the ordinary there. At the end of class, she forgot to give me back the pencil. Now, it really didn't matter, it was just the pencil, so I just went on with my day. But the next time we had the class, she sat back in the same seat, gave me the pencil and said, "Oh, I forgot to give this to you again. What's your name again? I don't think we've ever talked to each other before." And then all of a sudden, a light went on in my head. This girl was talking to me. Yes, it was over something as simple as sharing a pencil, but she was the first one starting a conversation with me, which was not something I was really used to. So of course, I handled the situation like you'd expect I handle it. I said my name, and then I just kind of went back to being silent. I didn't know what I can talk to her about. I barely knew her. All I really knew about her was that she was a girl in my class. That was about it. But she happened to know that both of us had a mutual friend together. So she asked me if I knew this person. When I told her that I did, she asked me how I met that person, how we first became friends, and then she told me all about how the two of them became friends. And in that instant, I felt like I knew this girl a little bit better simply because we had a shared friend in common. She had somehow made a conversation out of a non-conversation. From there, we started talking about people that each of us knew to see if we had any other mutual friends in common. There was a few people, not that many, but that didn't really matter. What mattered here is that she broke the ice. It now became normal for me to say hi to her, for her to say hi to me, for us to talk to each other whenever we spotted one another anywhere else. And that ended up happening when our main mutual friend invited both of us to come hang out one day. When I spotted her there, I found it so much easier to now talk to her because we had already laid the groundwork before in the class. The two of us started talking and we became friends in our own right. And what was cool about that situation is the fact that the next time I saw her in class, she had no fear asking me for my phone number so that she can call me directly to hang out sometime. And I thought this was awesome. Here was this girl asking me for my number, asking me to hang out, starting the conversation with me. It took a load of pressure off of me, and I thought it was an amazing experience. And whether you're a guy or a girl, this is something that you can do too. You can start a conversation with someone sitting next to you in class, just as easily as this girl did with me. Now, another story I want to share came after I graduated college and started my first shop. It was a tiny little office, only with a handful of people, so a few of us ate lunch in the tiny little lunchroom every single day. Now, every so often, new salespeople would join, old salespeople would leave, and on this particular day, the company had hired a new, young, pretty much around my age, sales girl, and her manager was kind of showing her around the office, introducing her to everyone. Now, when they came over to my desk, I said hi to them, and she looked vaguely familiar, although I couldn't really figure out where I potentially knew her from, but I kind of left it at that. For the first few weeks, I didn't really interact with her. She kind of did her own thing, and I did my own thing. She started eating lunch with a few of the other coworkers, and I kind of ate lunch by myself. Didn't really care to sit down and have lunch with everyone, but that was just kind of my thing. And that was until one day where she walked over to my desk, leaned over and said, "Hey, we're gonna go eat lunch together. You wanna come join us?" And at that point I decided, yeah, sure, I'll go with you guys. I sat down in the little lunchroom, said hi to everyone, and everyone was kind of a little thrown off because I usually ate lunch later on by myself, so the fact that I was sitting with them was a new thing for everyone. And I have to say, this girl was stepping up to the plate. She started talking to everyone that was there in the lunchroom. She started conversations with me, with other people, started bringing everyone into conversations. She was really facilitating a group environment where we all felt more comfortable around each other. And I thought this was really cool. She was demonstrating a sense of leadership there and and helping everyone become better friends, which is exactly what you want when you're in a group of people that you don't really know that well. You don't really know what to talk about, you don't know what to say, or how to get them to like you, just like they're trying to get you to like them. And after that lunch, I started regularly eating lunch with everyone there. I got so close with the people there, especially with this one particular girl, that the two of us would just go out to eat lunch together, eat lunch on our own, or just talk more frequently when we were in the office. In our individual hangouts, I started to learn more about her personality and she started to learn more about mine. And what was cool there is that she discovered that I made YouTube videos. Now this is prior to the Josh Speaks, way back in the day when me and my friends used to make random skits online, but she saw that was a major interest for me and she came to me with a proposition. Because we were becoming better friends, she asked me if she can be in some of my videos. So started to incorporate her in some of the videos I did, and then from there our work friendship became a real life friendship. We'd head out of work together and just hang out for the rest of the day. We'd hang out on the weekends, and then the two of us came up with the idea to start our own YouTube channel, and that's exactly what we did. We started making comedy videos together and our friendship just grew closer and closer. And it all really started from having those lunches together. In our casual conversations with everyone there, I discovered that she was a creative person, she discovered that I was a creative person, and that's what linked us together and made us better friends. And what I really learned from that experience was all it took was an invitation to come hang out. Now for you, that might be inviting your crush or inviting someone that you know to come hang out with your friends and go to the movies, go to the park, or hang out after school. Whatever it is, you can invite that person to be a part of your world, and in that process, you can learn more about them. And those are just two of the times that girls started conversations with me. They created this environment where I can share how I felt, I can talk about things, I can ask questions, and I can get to know them better while also sharing more things about myself. So if you're someone that's proactive, try what these girls did and see if it works for you. And if you're someone that's shy and awkward and timid like I was in high school, try to at least be open enough so that if people do approach you, do start conversations, you're willing to give feedback, to share with them, to be open with them too. But now I want to know, what do you think? Has anyone ever approached you to start a conversation? And has that conversation ever turned to a full-fledged relationship or friendship or anything of that nature? Leave your comments down below and we'll talk about it. Now the learning doesn't end here. If you want to learn how to start conversations and what to say, check out my free Icebreaker Conversation Starters Guide. You can tap on it right now. Also check out the playlist right below it where I talk more about starting conversations, keeping them going, feeling comfortable just talking to people overall. On that note, I'll catch you guys tomorrow. As always, love and peace.